Exodus 4, verse 10 is where we are. But before we get there, you can put your finger in Exodus 4:10. I like to do this from time to time. So when I spring this on everybody, they'll just sit there and stare at me. But we'll do a quick question and answer. If there's any questions about anything in the Bible, ask them now. As you're reading your Bible, get you a place you jot down things, because you can't read it without having some kind of a question. Now, it's hard to remember them on the spur of the moment, I know that, but there's things, as you read your Bible, you'll see things that you'll think, wait a minute, that doesn't match this over here, or how does that match? Start noticing those things and write them down, and if I don't have the answer, then we'll ask Toby. And
Smart guy.
if I have the answer, we'll ask Toby if it's still right.
Oh, that was not smart.
All right. Anybody come up with anything?
I'm trying to find a verse, but there's something about the covenant of salt
Mm-hmm.
God made with David.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was weird. I know we're supposed to be like the salt of the earth, but that was weird.
Yeah, salt was a commodity, and so that's how you made a covenant. So that's exactly what it is.
I have a question
Mhm.
for the book of Deuteronomy.
Okay.
Is it just basically repetition of everything that happened in Numbers and
It's a second law giving.
okay.
Deuto meaning two, Ronomy, law giving. So it's a second law giving. What you'll find is Genesis means beginning.
Mhm.
Exodus means they're leaving. Numbers means I'm going to give you a way to keep account of something. Deuteronomy is the second law giving, the second account of the accounting. So accounting is good, but you need to recheck the numbers. They say in upholstery and carpentry, measure twice and cut once. So Deuteronomy.
It was like repetition upon repetition upon
Mhm.
repetition. is
Well,
what
you'll
it
find
was.
some exceptions.
Mhm.
It'll give you some exceptions. It'll give you some further rules that you didn't get in Leviticus. So that's kind of what that is. All right.
I had another question.
Okay.
But I didn't find it.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think it was in Numbers. There was a story in Numbers, and I was a little confused with it.
Balaam. Mm-hmm.
Balaam and
Balak.
Balak.
Mm-hmm. Balaam is a pagan priest, a prophet,
That's what I
and
figured.
Balak is the king.
Yeah.
And that'll be in chapter 13.
Yeah, but wasn't God talking to?
He did, yes.
But they still killed him. The
Correct. He was a pagan. He's
Uh-huh.
a Gentile, but he still was to answer to God. You find many Gentiles in the Old Testament who God spoke to, and if they would listen to him, he would continue to reveal truth to them. But the second they crossed God, then he turned against them, and that's what happens there.
Is that
and-
because he was trying to do the cursing?
Yeah, he was going to curse Israel, and he
Yeah.
did. He told them how to get God to curse Israel without them being involved. He said just intermarry. God had already given them a command: you can't intermarry because eventually you'll all
Oh, it
turn to
was-
the other gods.
Was it his idea to get them to start with the Moabite women and
Mhm,
stuff?
mhm.
Ah, that's why.
And that's Phineas goes in and
Javelin.
yeah, kills them,
Yeah, that's it.
skewers two of them.
Okay, that answers my question. Because it was kind of confusing.
Uh-huh. And you'll find a name that's a different Phineas than the one you find in 1 Samuel. First Samuel be Eli, and one of his names is Phineas. His sons, Hophni and Phineas. But Phineas is named after Aaron's son Phineas. That's in Numbers.
He wasn't a good son. He didn't take after
Yeah.
his namesake.
Yeah, he had a good namesake, but he sure tore it up.
What are oracles?
Oracle is something original. It's an original, something direct from God. So the oracles are the laws given down directly from God.
Okay, that makes sense for sure. So it
Mhm.
really makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question, but I think I can find the answer in that genealogy you gave.
Hmm.
I was reading in chapter 7 Numbers of the 12 tribes, and after they got all their assignments and who took care of what, then each of them brought their offerings. And it said he that offered his offering the first day was Nashon, the son of Amminadab of the tribe of Judah. And I can't find Amminadab anywhere.
Where are you?
Numbers chapter 7, verse 12.
Numbers
And I went
7, 12.
backwards to Judah and tried to find the tribe of Judah because I took notes on their genealogy and I can't find him in. He's supposedly the son of Nashon, the son of Amminadab of the tribe of Judah, and I can't find Nashon and I can't find Amminadab. And I looked it up, I googled it, looked it up, and it said the first place that Amminadab appeared was in Numbers chapter 7, verse 12.
Look at chapter 1, verse 7.
1 verse 7. Okay. Judah, the nation. Alright, I was going, because I got all this stuff together and I'm trying to picture this now. I'm trying to read it.
Here's the references for it. Chapter 1, verse 7, chapter 2, verse 3, chapter 10, 14, Genesis 49, 10, Ruth 4:20, Matthew 1, 4, and Luke 3, 32.
Luke 3:32. Okay. Trying to put those things together. Being a numbers person, I just have to look.
Yeah, those get confusing.
But it's just fascinating to me. I just have to.
Mhm.
It's like